Hi, everyone. I'm Kelsey with FBN, and I'm here with Eric.
Hi, Eric Sorensen, Director of Crop Insurance at FBN.
And I am coming to you live from NCBA. You'll see the trade show behind me, but that's because we have some important business today. Eric and I are here to share with you the 5 signs it might be time to break up with your crop insurance agent. Eric, are you ready to get into this with our listeners?
You bet, Kelsey. Let's do it.
Okay, so the number one sign that it might be time to break up with your crop insurance agent. If your agent is not assessing your coverage against the 4 core strategies on an annual basis, it's time to break up. Eric, can you give us a little background on that?
You bet, Kelsey. Thank you. So every year is different. Just look at the last 2 years. We've gone from really low prices in the commodity and all kinds of reasons for that. And then a little higher prices, a lot higher prices last year, and then amazingly higher prices yet this year. So much changes from year to year. It's a good idea. So the 4 core strategies we look at are number one, know your break-even cost, per acre. It's really important to start from there. And then as we look at our crop insurance options, pick out what makes sense. Look at the environmental outlook. The biggest one we think of is weather, of course. What is the weather today? What are my soil types? What's the moisture look like on my ground? And kind of what's the outlook look like? And am I prepared for that? Another thing is, marketing. Have you sold any, pre-harvest bushels? Where have you priced to that? Do you normally do that? Do you expect to do it in the next month or two? Kind of some of your habits that way, and make sure that we've addressed that risk properly. And then also looking at opportunities to use your precision planting and acreage data to populate your report. Sometimes we find differences between FSA acres and your GPS acres, and there's a lot of opportunities that can come from that.
Absolutely. Okay, sign number 2, it's time to break up with your insurance agent if you do not feel confident about whether or not you had a loss last year.
Yeah, so that one there is an important one. What we don't want to do is leave money on the table. If you've got a loss, we need to make sure that, if you've got a payable loss, that we address that in time, discover that, and get a loss turned in, get it adjusted and paid. I've seen situations, heard of situations in the past where, communication didn't happen timely, and money can get left on the table. There's a lot of important deadlines there. So.
All right, and this one's interesting. The number 3 sign that it might be time to break up with your insurance agent if your agent is not using crop insurance as a hedge for your crop marketing program.
Yeah, we get questions all the time, Kelsey, about, I don't feel confident marketing my crop. And then we'll remind them, in a lot of cases, we have revenue coverage. You realize that can be a great backstop and a great hedge to your marketing program. And so we'll explain how that works. It's really something that you need to look at from year to year. I think a lot of people, if they understood how revenue coverage protects against marketing as a hedge better, they'd probably be a little bit more confident in their marketing.
Perfect. All right, sign number 4. If your agent is not reaching out to you at least 4 times a year, it's time to break up.
Yeah, so going through those 4 times, there's some really key ones. Right now, we're approaching sales closing date, we call it. That's when we have to make our decisions for crop insurance for the year. That's one that's huge to address. Even if a person thinks they're not going to make any changes, even if they say, well, nothing's changed on my farm, maybe some other things have changed, right? Maybe some new options are available. Maybe the costs have changed, different things like that. So that's important to address. Acreage reporting has to be addressed, production reporting, and then like I alluded to earlier, discovery for, do I have a claim or not? And then there's other reasons as well. If you have special events happen, like a hailstorm, anything like that. So you got.
Great. And our 5th and final sign that it might be time to break up with your crop insurance agent if you have never gotten a second opinion on your crop insurance, or it's been a while, it's time to look for someone new.
Yeah, that's right, Kelsey. We hold ourselves accountable to make sure that we go through the 4 core strategies and other things that need to be addressed. And, really there's an obligation here and a responsibility that we have. And as a farmer, you need to make sure that you're aware of, maybe what's changed. There's been a ton of changes in crop insurance over the last 5 years, and even more so in the last 10 years. If you haven't gotten a second opinion in a while, might be a good idea to do that.
Great. Thank you so much, Eric, for sharing that with us. To everyone watching, if any of those 5 signs have resonated with you, it's time to give FBN a call. Make sure you check out our crop insurance programs. There's a link with the video. We hope to talk to you guys soon. Thank you.
Thank you.